Patrick, it was exciting to get to release the agenda for the 2023 Global Symposium. I wanted to look at it a little bit more in depth with you right now. We have certainly an exciting morning planned with the state of the community and then the plenary. I was wondering if you could go a little into detail on both, because we have multiple speakers in the state of the community, and then maybe just talk a little bit about the topic for the plenary.
Yeah, October 20th to 22nd is just now a month away, as we're in September here. And that means we're getting geared up for our OHDSI Global Symposium. Really excited about that. In our agenda, we've kind of highlighted all the work that we're going to be able to showcase from the community, and really excited to see such a breadth of active engagement and participation from around our community. In our State of the Community, George Ripsack will kind of summarize kind of where we're at, but we also want to put particular emphasis on areas that we focused on this year, including those that are users of the OMOP Common Data Model and our OHDSI Data Network, the work that we've been doing in process improvement for our OHDSI standardized vocabularies, and the work we've been doing to showcase our open source development work. And so excited to have Claire Blacketer, Alex Davidoff, and Katie Sadowski participating there. We'll also hear highlights for and looking forward towards the work that's been doing in our regional chapters in Europe and Asia Pacific. We will have a community networking activity, which will be a great opportunity for folks to meet each other, new and old, to come together and make some good connections and foster collaborations. And then our plenary session this year is going to put a deep dive into an area that we've been talking about for a while, which is how do we actually ensure validity within our phenotypes through case validation. And we've seen some really exciting innovations in the community, and we're excited to highlight those.
So you mentioned the opportunity for networking in the morning. There will be a lot of opportunity in the afternoon. And part of the reason for that is, we said before, we had a record number of submissions for the Collaborator Showcase this year. We've expanded lightning talks to have 2 different sessions of them going on, as well as 2 different poster sessions, plus an extra session on Saturday and Sunday. I think it really talks, it's a testament to the work that's being done in the community and people's excitement to share it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think our afternoon is really an opportunity for everybody in the community to come together and learn from each other and benefit from the lessons that have been learned in our community, but also forge new collaborations. So we'll have a session where there'll be lessons learned about network studies, showcasing some of the work that's happened over the last year. And then as we jump into our Collaborator Showcase, we've now got 10 lightning talks to highlight advances in data standards, methods research, and clinical applications. And then we've got a very rich set of poster presentations and software demonstrations that'll fill our afternoon with good opportunity to forge those collaborations.
I know you always have something fun planned for the closing, so we won't go too far into that, but obviously that'll be fun. A few steps to go to get to the symposium, and I thought the first one really actually started late August when we had the community call about the vocabulary release, and then obviously the subsequent release. Can you just talk about the work that you've seen done by the vocabulary team, kind of since that was a pillar to start the year, and the work done into this August release?
Absolutely. Yeah, it was really great to have Anna Ostropolitz, Alex Davidov, Christian Reich, Oleg discuss the progress that we've made on the vocabulary. At the start of the year, we declared as a community that we needed to focus on process improvement for the vocabulary, defining how we as a community continue to evolve this community resource and asset that we maintain. And the vocabulary team's done a really good job in cultivating community contributions, establishing a roadmap for us to stick to, and making sure that we're now on a stable release cadence. And so it's I'm really proud of the team for delivering the August release with all of the identified items on the roadmap, and to see that we've had multiple community contributions come in that were able to be integrated into this release. And so I think we're in a really much better place, and look forward to even more community contributions and more support for the vocabulary moving forward, and thank the vocabulary team for all of their hard work.
It was really a terrific session. When you talk about community contributions, it goes beyond the vocabulary. There's a number of areas actually that we're looking for community contributions as we prepare for our third edition of the Our Journey book, which is our basically an annual report. And The first of a few September deadlines that we'll talk about is coming up this week, Friday, September 8th, and it's the CDM, the OMOP CDM survey. Can you talk a little bit about that and its importance for our network?
Absolutely. So one of the things we've seen as our community has grown is pretty wide scale adoption of the OMOP Common Data Model as an open community data standard. And one of the challenges we have as a community is we don't even know who are all the people that are making use of this data standard. And so every year we've been doing an annual inventory to ask of the community and those that we know who have access to patient level data, who are using the OMOP Common Data Model, simply just tell us who you are, declare that you're using the OMOP Common Data Model, and let us know where you're from. And we bring this all together in our Journey annual report. This is where we actually compile the list to know that, for example, last year we had over 450 databases in 40 countries, collectively representing 12% of the world's population. And we're really eager to hear. We know that our community has expanded. We know that the use of the OMOP Common Data Model has grown even further. And we're eager to hear from all of you out there who are using the OMOP Common Data Model to share what you're doing so that we can incorporate that into our annual report.
Following week, September 15th, two deadlines for that day. That will be the how often workshop, the phenotype submissions. We talked about the how often workshop last month, but maybe you can go into that just a little bit more, and then our Titan Award nominations.
Absolutely. So for our How Often workshop, our submission deadline, September 15th, is for those that want to contribute phenotypes, whether to represent target populations at risk or outcomes of interest. Please do contribute those so they can get into our OHDSI phenotype library and be part of our large-scale community study. Also, really want to encourage everybody to consider making a nomination for a Titan Award. Every year, we try to recognize members of the community, and it's really, really wonderful to see community members nominating other community donors to recognize their contributions to the community. So really want to encourage folks to get those submissions in by September 15th.
Finally, that following Friday, September 22nd, that's going to be the deadline to register for the OHDSI Got Talent event that's going to conclude the Friday main conference. And really, you don't get to see the OHDSI Got Talent or anything else that weekend without actually registering for the symposium. Now, we don't have an official deadline, but at some point, the total might get capped. So, I wouldn't wait too long to register. This is always such a great event. A lot of people show up. It's really, I think, the highlight of the year for our community. And it's a reminder, we're in a different spot than past years. We're in East Brunswick, New Jersey, different hotel. All of the information is on the website, but please do register. And when you register, choose the activities that you're looking to be part of, especially Saturday morning, Sunday afternoon. There's a lot of workshops, activities, a tutorial Saturday morning. So please, this is more than just a one-day event. We don't just say it's a 3-day event to say it. There are great activities and workshops and events all 3 days. First day conference, but that weekend is going to be packed. So register, let us know what you're going to be part of so we can have the proper room sizes for everything. And we're looking forward to the event. Thanks for joining, Patrick.
Thanks, Greg. Science!